Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we study some basic differentiation rules. The first rule is that differentiation of x to the power n. Differentiation of x to the power n denoted by dy by dx or y dash, which is called the gradient of tangent or rate of change of y with respect to x or first derivative. So the differentiation of x power n comes down and reduce 1 from the power. So this is dy by dx. It is the gradient of tangent at this point. For example, find the derived function given that f of x equal. So in that one, we need f of dash. So this is f of x. So when f of x equals x to the power 8, so we write the derived function denoted by f of dash x. So 8 comes down and minus 1 from the power, reduce 1 from the power. 8 minus 1, it's 7. The other one, it's f of x equals x to the power quarter. So f of dash x, the derived function, equal. The power goes down and reduce 1 from the power. Quarter minus 1, negative 3 quarter. What about this? F of x equals x to the power negative 4. So f of dash x equals negative 4 comes down and reduce 1 from the power. Take care. Negative 4 minus 1, negative 5. Negative 4 minus 1, negative 5. What about this? F of x equals x. What is the power of x? If there is no number, it means 1. So f of dash x, the power goes down. So there is a 1 here. So 1. And then minus 1 from the power. 1 minus 1 is 0. X to the power 0 equals 1. 1 times 1 equals 1. Generally, if it is x, the derivative of x is 1. Now, another rule. If we have a number beside x, ax power n, so the derivative is n multiplied by a and reduce 1 from the power. For example, if y equals 5x power 3, so what is y dash or dy by dx? Y dash equals 3 comes down, multiplied by 5. 3 times 5, 15. And reduce 1 from the power. 3 minus 1, 2. And now, another example. Y equals negative 3 x power 2. So what is y dash? 2 comes down. 2 times negative 3, negative 6. And reduce 1 from the power. 2 minus 1 is 1. We don't write 1. And another example. Y equals 5x. What is y dash? The power goes down. 1 times 5 is 5. And reduce 1 from the power. 1 minus 1, 0. X power 0 equal 1. So it's 5. Generally, the derivative of 5x is 5. What about if there is no x? It means a constant. So if y equals a, where a is constant, the derivative of constant is 0. For example, if y equal 5, what do we mean by 5? We can write this as y equal 5x power 0 because x power 0 is 1. 5 times 1 is 5. So what is y dash or dy by dx? 0 comes down. 0 times 5 is 0. And reduce 1 from the power. 0 minus 1, negative 1. 0 times anything equals 0. Generally, the derivative of constant is 0. So if y equals negative 3, dy by dx equal 0. Another rule, if it is a polynomial, it means more than one term, plus or minus. We make the differentiation of each term separately. For example, if y equals 5x cubed minus 3x plus 7, So what is dy by dx? The derivative of the first term, 3 times 5, 15, and reduce 1 from the power, 3 minus 1, 2. Finish. The derivative of negative 3x, it's negative 3. Derivative of 7 is 0. خلاص. This is the answer. Now let us see this question. Find dy by dx when y equals. So in part A, y equals 2x squared minus 6x plus 3. So what is dy by dx? So dy by dx equal derivative of 2x squared. 2 comes down. 2 times 2 equal 4. And reduce 1 from the power. 2 minus 1 is 1. We don't write 1. Negative 6x, its derivative is negative 6. Finish. Now, in part B, y equals half x squared plus 12x. So what is dy by dx? Now, the power comes down. This 2 comes down, multiply by half. So 2 multiply by half, and then we reduce 1 from the power. So the power here, it's 2, we reduce 1 from it. I do this step by step to understand. Plus 12x, it is 12. The derivative of 12x is 12. Now simplify. 2 times half is 1. We don't write 1. And 2 minus 1 also is 1. We don't write the power 1 plus 12. Now, another question. Differentiate with respect to x. What do you mean by differentiate with respect to x? It means d by dx. And when we say differentiate with respect to m, d by dm. Differentiate with respect to n, d by dn. Now, there is no name of the function in that question. So there is no y or f of x. So just we write here d by dx, and then we put the function, we differentiate this function, which is 2x cubed plus square root of x plus x squared plus 2x over x squared. First, we simplify. Second, differentiate. How to simplify? The function must be as this. So the function must be written in this form, a x to the power n. So the function must be in this form. This is the standard form. Then we simplify each term to this form. Now we write d by dx. The first one, it is okay. It is in standard form. Square root of x, take care. Square root of x is x to the power half. So we write the square root of x as x to the power half. Plus, what about x squared plus 2x plus over x squared? We separate this. We separate it. How to separate this? We write it as x squared over x squared plus 2x over x squared. And then simplify. X squared divided by x squared is 1. X power 1 over x power 2, we subtract the power. 1 minus 2, negative 1. So it becomes x power 1. Then we write here plus 1 plus 2 x power negative 1. Now we can simplify, we can differentiate. So the derivative of the first part, 3 times 2, it is 6x power 2. Derivative of x power half, half comes down and reduce 1 from the power. Half minus 1, negative half. Derivative of 1 is 0. Now, derivative of 2x power negative 1. The power goes down, multiply by 2. Negative 1 times 2, it's a negative 2. And reduce 1 from the power. Negative 1 minus 1, it's a negative 2. Now, we simplify the final answer. So, it becomes 6x squared plus half x power negative half. 0 cancel, negative 2 x power negative 2. If we need to write in more simplest form, so we write this as 6x squared plus, we write this as 1 over 2, this is half, and x power negative half goes down, it becomes x power half down. X power half down, it means square root of x, minus 2 x power negative 2, when it goes down, it becomes x power 2. Now, part B, how can we solve part B? First, we simplify. How to simplify? Multiply the two brackets. The two brackets are 3x minus 2 multiply 4x plus 1 over x. How to simplify this? We distribute 3x over the second bracket and then negative 2 over the second bracket. So just we simplify first. Before to differentiate, you have to simplify. So the answer of this is 3x times 4x, it's 12x squared. I multiply 3x by the whole second bracket. 3x times 4x, 3 times 4, 12, x times x, x squared. 3x times 1 over x, so it's 3. Again, 3x, I do it in simplest form. 3x multiply 1 over x. How can we do this? 3 times 1 equals 3, and x cancel with x, so the answer is 3. Okay? So the answer of this is C. Okay? We complete the solution. Now, finish 3x times 1 over x, it is 3. Now, negative 2 times 4x, it's negative 8x. Negative 2 times 1 over x, it's negative. I write this in simplest form. Negative 2 times 1 over x, it's negative 2 over x. Shift x upward, so it becomes negative 2x power negative 1. Then we write here negative 2x power negative 1. Okay? And now we differentiate because we finished the simplification. So d by dx, there is no like terms to add them. So just we write 12x squared plus 3 minus 8x minus 2x power negative 1. The answer is differentiation of 12x squared, 2 times 12, it's 24, and reduce 1 from the power. 3, the derivative of 3 is 0. Negative 8x, its derivative is negative 8. Again, the derivative of 3 is 0. The derivative of negative 8x is negative 8. The derivative of the fourth part, negative 1 comes down. Negative 1 times negative 2, it's positive 2. And reduce 1 from the power. Negative 1 minus 1, negative 2. The final answer in simplest form is 24x minus 8 plus 2x power negative 2. We can write this as 2 over x power 2. Another question. Find the gradient. The gradient means what? The gradient means dy by dx. Find the gradient at the point. It means we need dy by dx at this point. The point A is negative 2 and 4. How can we get this? After you get the derivative, the gradient, replace x by negative 1. So the first step, we differentiate or we write gradient. So the gradient equals f of dash x. Now, 3 comes down and reduce 1 from the power. Negative 3x, it's negative 3. This is the gradient at any point. What about at the point A? So we write the gradient at the point negative 1 and 4 is f of dash negative 1, or dy by dx at -1. But here he said f of x, so we write f of dash. It depends on the given. If the given is y, we write dy by dx. If that, or y dash. If the given is f of x, we write f of dash. So f of dash -1, it means the gradient at the point -1 and 4. We replace x. This is the first letter. This is x. The second is y. But here we substitute for x by -1 in f of dash. So it becomes 3 bracket -1 squared minus 3. -1 squared, 1 times 3, 3. 3 minus 3, 0. So the gradient equals 0. The gradient equals 0, it means the gradient of the tangent is parallel to x-axis. Another example. Find the coordinates. What do you mean by coordinates? Coordinates means x and y. So we need x and y of the point. So the answer will be 1 point on the curve with equation where the gradient equals 3. So the gradient in that question equals 3. It means we find the dy by dx and equate it by 3. So first step, we find the dy by dx. So the gradient means, okay, dy by dx. Differentiate, so 2x plus 5. This is the gradient. Now we equate that gradient by 3 because it said the gradient equals 3. And then we solve this equation. How to solve this equation? Shift 5 to the other side. So 2x equals 3 minus 5. So 2x equals -2 divided by 2 both sides. So x equals -1. He said coordinates. So we need to get the value of y. How to get the value of y? We go to the equation of the curve and replace x by -1 in the equation of the curve. So -1 squared plus 5 multiply -1 minus 4. We use the calculator to get the answer. So bracket -1 squared plus 5 bracket -1 minus 4. The answer by using the calculator is -8. So the coordinates of the point where the gradient is 8 is 3. So the coordinate of the point, so we write the point is x equals -1 and y equals -8. At this point, the gradient equals 3. Okay, I hope you understand this lesson. Thank you.